Welcome to a special episode of QuarterTones. My name is Mikey Mhenna. Today in the studio we have Synaptik, the Palestinian rapper, who is famous and has amazing music coming out all the time. It's an honor to have you. Welcome.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Okay, you just performed a show in Beirut, and we were just saying that it kind of feels like home. I'm curious for you, when you keep on coming back to Beirut and you perform in front of these crowds here, what does it feel like to actually hear them know every lyric in your song?
For me, it's my favorite thing is that time on stage. You know, it's just it's a way of release for me. You know.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. It's just I feel very close to them, and I feel like I know them. You know, I feel like there's no boundaries between them, and I'm very comfortable in the way I interact with them. Yeah. And I just appreciate it. I try not to like think about it too much. Just appreciate it, but it's definitely the best thing, in my opinion, in my career. Like that's the best thing. That moment between me and the audience, when I'm performing for them and they're like singing with me. And
man, the last show I went to, I sadly missed this past one, but like 4 or 5 months ago or 6 months ago, whenever you were here last, I was amazed. Like every syllable, every word, you know, hundreds of people rapping it as if they wrote it.
Yeah.
As if they wrote every single lyric. It's crazy.
It's amazing. صراحة. I don't know. Like I don't know how to reflect on it.
Yeah.
I just appreciate it a lot, and it is my favorite thing about what I do.
A lot of people know this about you, but not everybody. You started your career not as a rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
You went to med school. You decided
Yes.
to become a doctor. The dream of every Arab parent,
Yes.
their son to become doctors. Yeah. What was the decision like to leave? To say, "Khalas, no, I'm not going to become a doctor anymore."
I made that decision in my 4th year of medicine, like way before I graduated. I spent the rest of the time just plotting how to actually do it. Because it wasn't like, for me, I knew that I did not want to work as a doctor a long time before I graduated and became a doctor. But I had to like make a plan to actually do it and tell my parents, you know. So I waited until I graduated. And by the time I graduated, I've been recording music as I studied. Like in my home studio was the same study desk, just like a microphone and an audio card, and just recording music, releasing on SoundCloud. And by the time I graduated, I released my first album, and it did well. And I started to do shows and make money off music. And I made enough money to like go and tell my parents, you know, look, I made this much from this.
Yeah.
And I make this much from the hospital, and I think I should like focus on this. So this is how I tackled it with my family, because like for me to be a doctor, it really like cost them an arm and a leg. You know, I can't be, I just want to rap. You know, I had to like go to them, give them like a presentation. You know what I mean?
Show the calculations.
Yeah. Like, look, I feel like I want to do this, and this way I left them no choice but to support, to be supportive. You know.
So, when you were a kid, did you think I'm making music, or did you think I'm making rap?
Neither, actually.
What did you think you were doing?
I don't know, Salah. I was just I I would like just then as
Yeah.
hum things, and just like when I'm driving. No, as a kid, no, I
Yeah.
wasn't driving as a kid. I was just I had like a very big imagination. That was the thing about me as a kid. I
Yeah.
would like daydream a lot, on the bus, and of like being Superman or whatever, like just I spent a lot of time just like daydreaming about stuff, and these daydreams were very intense. Like I would like, you know, they would like change my emotions. Like if I would think about something sad, I can just think about it and make myself cry,
Yeah.
and the opposite. So, uh, and actually, the music thing, it happened by coincidence. Like all my life, I've been like in the school. In when I look back at it, it makes sense, because like I've been in the school plays when I
Yeah.
was a kid, and it's just something that I did, but I never understood it until I got older. But the moment I decided that I want to do music, it was like we did a I organized the Model United Nations in my school.
Me too.
I organized it, and we finished the Model United Nations, and we went to a karaoke bar, and I performed in front of my friends like a song for Akon, like Lonely. And I remember that when I performed it, everyone was like telling me wow, and I didn't expect it.
Yeah.
And I really liked that, because in school I was that kind of person. Like I really wanted I really wanted the attention. I didn't get it, but I wanted so
Oh,
much.
you didn't get it.
No, I didn't. I was awkward in school, very awkward.
Yeah.
I was
So this was like your way of
yeah,
expressing yourself.
yeah.
And,
So I like everything I did was for that. I
mm,
wanted to be like I wanted to be cool in school. I
yeah.
wanted the girls to like me.
Number one
That's
motivation for most
that's
people.
that's what I wanted. I just wanted the girls to like me, and I was not like other kids. I was a bit different. Like I was I don't know. All my attempts to socialize and make friends, they would fail, and I didn't know why back then.
Yeah.
So I would like if I got that attention, that meant everything to me. So that happened in that time, and after that, I would like take every opportunity I could to perform in front of them.
Yeah.
So like in school, if they have anything, I would just like go and sing a song I like.
Was it always hip hop?
No, actually, I did Down with the Sickness by Disturbed.
Oh yeah.
Drowning
Yeah.
deep in. I did that in school, and I don't. They did a lot of activities in my school. One of the activities, in front of the students and their parents. It's crazy.
Where in Palestine was this?
No, this was in Jordan,
This is in Jordan. Okay.
and I didn't grow up in Palestine.
Mm.
I was born in Amman, and I lived there until I graduated from med school. And I used to go to Palestine, come back, and visit my mother's family. But I moved to Palestine in 2019. 2019. It was like
Yeah.
it was a career choice. It was a place where I could like work and have a good fan base, and I can make money and not have to work as a doctor. So this is why I moved into to Palestine.
I'm curious if you can describe the differences between living in Amman and living in Palestine.
It's
They're different.
Yeah,
What's
كتير.
it?
Very, very different.
Yeah. I mean, I know the energy of Amman. And I
Yeah.
find the energy of Amman to be very intense.
It is.
Very stressful,
Yeah,
closed.
not much for young guys.
There's a
for
lot
young
of
people.
very frustrated men in
Yes.
Amman.
There's not much. There's no work. So everyone is unemployed, and it doesn't matter what you study, what you do. You're most likely gonna struggle to find a job, unless you know someone. You have a wasta or something, and that's just a fact there. Like everyone knows that. So you're pretty much. Yeah, you're in the university, and you know you're gonna graduate and not work, and there's not much things you can do as an outlet to, you know, blow off some steam and just relax. And
Yeah, there isn't there isn't a lightness.
yeah,
Yeah.
and everything is very regulated, you know, especially for us people that want to do like alternative stuff
Yeah.
and create things. But the difference in Palestine in this point is that in Palestine, especially, I moved to Ramallah. It's not as much regulated as Jordan. There's not much police there. Not, yani it's really, you want to do a show, you want to do something, you just go and you do it. You know, you don't have to talk to anyone. So that the margin of freedom of what I can do was a lot more than I could do in Amman. Plus, in Palestine, it's not so centralized.
Yeah.
So you can do shows in like different cities. It's just I felt like I could do much more and I can move a lot more freely in Palestine in what I want to do and what I want to build after being in Amman. But living the main difference in life other than work, the things that have to do with hip hop music and creating stuff. Amman is a big city. It's a huge city, and Palestine usually there's no city environment. There's no like real urban environment. It's all small towns and small villages, and that's like the main difference for me. In Palestine, you're really like limited in where you can move and how you can mainly like going from one place to another and doing. There's a lot less options.
Yeah.
Amman is a huge city, and there's a million things you can do there.
Yeah.
That's the main difference for me.
Okay, I want to talk about when you started writing seriously. Okay, so do you remember the first rhyme or verse that you wrote that you thought, God damn it, this is actually pretty good?
Yeah, I still have actually. I used to make videos and put them on my Facebook with a movie maker, you know.
Yeah, on Facebook.
Yeah, on the I used to make them on the movie maker thing in Windows, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And I remember they're still on my Facebook, you know. Like
this is like 2012.
This is like this is even before. You know, this is like 2010, 2011.
Okay.
So this is like before I officially started. I used to like record with a gaming headset I had, and just put them on my on Facebook. My first song I wrote is it's called Isma' Kalam. I don't remember it exactly, but it was just me. It was like writing. I wrote a whole page. I was just like reading it. You know, wasn't like a rap verse or heck. I just like wrote.
It's like poetry.
Yeah, I wrote something, you know, and like a big paragraph. Not even poetry. It's just like, you know, I got a lot out, and then I just read it.
It's when you say Isma, okay, I always wonder, who are you speaking to? It's a command. Who are you? Are you speaking to the kids in school? Are you speaking to your parents? Are you speaking to your neighbors? Who are you speaking to? People who've never been to Palestine, people who don't know Jordan. Who are you speaking to when you say that?
I don't know. I think it's myself, you know, mostly because my process كيف أنا بشتغل وهيك أكتر إلها دخل بحالي يعني especially لما بلشت when I started I was in my room and just needed to like entertain myself or like have an outlet, because I'm also like a big part of this is Ritalin, you know, because I was on Ritalin since I was a kid, so you know, and I was on Ritalin, and I'm in my room, and I'm on this
Yeah.
stimulant,
Yeah.
so I needed to like do something, I needed to like
Get it out.
yeah, like have something to do,
Yeah.
because like worst thing is to take a stimulant and sit in a room, and not do anything, like and jump out of your skin. So I feel like this was it. It was just like to have an outlet. So I would just sit and I would spend hours writing and recording and doing things until the pill wore off.
Yeah.
Honestly, and this was what it was in the beginning.
Can I ask you, is that like when you think back to that time, I feel I misunderstand what it means for a kid to be on Ritalin. I think I misunderstand what that feels. Do you feel like most people in your life misunderstand what that experience is like?
Yeah, definitely.
What is it like?
Well, it's a severe anxiety, like
Yeah.
no, the thing is, really, it's like a trap they put parents in. I feel like, because like I was starting to have issues in my school, and you know how it goes. I ended up with Ritalin, and then you start to take it, and then like you start to do better in school, and then the anxiety in your house from your parents, and all the guilt and everything, it goes away. So it starts like this.
Yeah.
But with time, it just you're just dealing with the side effects of taking stimulants for continuously.
Yeah.
I used to take them every day, like as the doctor prescribed them. It was just mainly a lot of anxiety, like crippling anxiety, where I would just not be able to leave my room. Like I would just be anxious about everything, and I feel like people don't get that. They think that I take Ritalin and it gives me superpowers, and I can just make music and do stuff and finish things. But I used to finish things and do them out of anxiety. It was like it was not fun.
It was a fear. It was
Yeah,
fear.
yeah. It was not fun at all. Like I would be like really like my my brain would be like fried every night. So
Yeah.
it's not something that I've enjoyed. And one of the main reasons why I did not want to work as a doctor was this, because I was plotting like my escape from Ritalin, like since a long time before.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna graduate, I'm gonna be a rapper, and I'm never gonna take Ritalin again. And that's what I did. I graduated, and
Yeah, it's amazing how many people I can imagine that you were surrounded with, that I have also been surrounded with, who don't have that escape out,
yeah,
that are just like in this hamster wheel trap of never being able to get out of it.
yeah. It's for me, because it really like lasted a lot longer than it was planned to.
Yeah.
Because when you take it as a kid, you kind of learn how to like deal with everything with life with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like you have an exam, I'll just take Ritalin, it's gonna be fine. I'll just take Ritalin, it's gonna be fine. So kind of like started, I'm gonna take it until I finish high school, and then I'm in med school, so until I can't really like finish med school without it, I have to like study for 10 hours a day. And then it was like 13 years, and then really like it was really intense in the last like 4 years, like really really intense, where I would like take it and have like all the crazy side effects. I had like tics, I had Tourette, it was like really,
Wow.
yeah, it really fucked me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I knew that if I keep taking it, I'm gonna like jump off the roof of the building one day. And I knew that, I can't like live like this. And also over the years, it kind of like deprived me from a lot of things that I wanted, and the only way for me to get them was through making music, traveling, coming to do shows, all this stuff, like the social aspect of my life. It got like blunted completely when I was 13. Like Like
Yeah.
all my no more friends, all my friends I cut off every no social life because I can't even leave my room, you know.
Yeah.
I'm too anxious to leave my room. So all this, it just made me like خلاص I know like I will stop taking Ritalin. Like I can't keep taking it because I know if I keep taking it, I can't. It's not sustainable for me to live. You know.
That's heavy, right?
Yeah.
That's super heavy. I would imagine that you're kind of faced with a couple options. One is deal with it privately, be ashamed of it, don't talk about it. The other option is record a song about it and publish it and have hundreds of people know every single lyric and have them rap it back to you at a show. Did you really think you had a choice between the two options, or did you think, خلاص, أكيد, I need to talk about this?
No, actually, it was a big secret. It was a big secret until I dropped the song called Ritalin.
Yeah, which I want to play. Let's play a little bit of it,
Yeah.
and then I want to talk a little bit more about it.
مغمضين وضايجين يا مغمضين وضايجين جوا كيف ليش هيك بعرفش منورين وظالمين زايدين بس كل مالنا ننقص مضيعين ولاقين سببنا ما ننضج مغمضين وشايفين بنهاية الطريق مخرج مش شايفك كلك شو بدك هلكيتك كلك بتضلك فاضي بعيني لو عبيتك كلك الجواب مش عندي ضاع بالأنبولة بس اوعى تقولك بشتاق ليك لما تاخدي الوجع ما تأخذي كيف الناس تطلع مش فاهمين قديش أنا محتاج تاخديني من البرد والرعاش والليل لن ينجلي عليا حتى لو ناجيت عليا حتى لو ناديت يسوعا والأسناد تغز يدي هي لي وحدها تواسيني في زاويتي قاتلتي مداويتي قلمي وراويتي. Yeah.
So the it takes guts.
Yeah, well, I also plotted a lot of things, you know. يعني before I did them, you know. I imagined them, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So with Ritalin, it was a huge secret for me, you know. Like no one knew that I take Ritalin, and it was like in my head I would tell myself I will make a song. There's a song that's gonna be called Ritalin. I didn't know what song, but I like خلاص, and I just wanted to do it.
But why did it need planning?
It's just I don't know. It's all I thought about, you know. I didn't think about anything else.
Yeah.
All I ever thought about was this stuff, you know, like music and.
No, I don't mean why. Obviously, you're anyone who's as successful as you has to plan stuff out. But this type of thing that's like weighing on you. Did you need to plan it because you had to deal with the shame of the fact that people don't know about this, or is it because you weren't sure what to talk about?
No, it's just because I dealt with everything through like music.
Yeah.
So if anything happens with my life, I would just go make a song.
Yeah.
I don't like this is how I dealt with things, you know.
Yeah.
I don't talk about anything to anyone. And it was something that I did with myself in my room, and I didn't really think about the outside world. So if I would have a fight with someone, I would not fight them. I would like not say anything to them, and I would just go home and I would like make a song about it, and I would hear it, and I would like imagine like things play out in my head and go through this process between me and myself, in my imagination, and like through the song. So with Ritalin, when I started to go to the university, in my first year of I studied in civil engineering for 1 year before I did medicine, and I changed universities. I was in Jamal Hashmiya, and then I moved to university, Techno University in Irbid. So in my first semester, I didn't have a lot of courses because I already took them in that university. So I had a little, and I moved to Irbid. I wanted to like move out from my parents' house. And for the first semester, I didn't take Ritalin. I was like, there's no need to take it. I have like English 102. I can manage. And in this semester, really like I was having the time of my life. And I'm like I was like an attention whore back then. Just wanted to attention. And I didn't have this anxiety, the crippling anxiety that I usually have with Ritalin. So and I was in university, always like just making all the girls laugh and just enjoying, like I'm in this group
singing Akon.
Just trying to be cool and make people laugh and make people like me and all this stuff. And then the second semester you start taking the medicine courses like biology, physiology, and pathology and all this stuff. And I started to take Ritalin. And when I took it, went to the university, I was like a completely different person. Like standing in the bus line, sweating out of stress just because there's so many people close to me and all this stuff, and my people talking to me, my friends, and I'm like, I'm not able to like reply to them. That's how like high the anxiety was. I just wanted to like get home. So in this experience, it really broke my heart. And because I tried to tell like some of them about it, and not some of them actually. There was a girl that I liked, just to be completely honest. And
we're seeing a recurring theme here.
Yeah. There was a girl that I liked, and it was going great in the first semester, and she liked me and everything. I felt like she thinks I'm funny. She thinks and I told her about it, and her reaction was like, well, are you schizophrenic? Or, with a lot of ignorance. And it really like it
shut you down.
Yeah, shut me down, because like took me a lot of courage to actually like tell this person about it. And then after after this, I just felt like I have to deal with it. And for me, dealing with anything is making a song and naming it that thing. So that moment, I was like, okay, I need to make a song and call it. There should be. There's a song that's gonna be called Ritalin, and I don't like make the song. I don't like make the song. I'm like, Ritalin, I'm gonna make the song. I make the song and then be like, this is. I have the names of the songs in my head before they actually. I do them, and then I'm like, this is this track. This is, like, I assign the name to the song after I make it. So this is why I made Ritalin.
Okay, I want to play another song. Before I play another song, I want to ask you. I was surprised when you said Akon. Okay?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you why I was surprised. because when I think of you, I think of they're having sort of like a social cause to your music. You talking about social issues, political issues, and not sort of like romantic songs, right?
Yeah.
Do you think of yourself as like, I'm a guy who talks about politics? I'm talking about
No,
no,
not at all. Not at
not
all.
at all.
Not at all. I feel like always with me, like music was about making friends and having people around me, like for a very long time. And I realized this later on in my life, you know, when I had the chance to like reflect on my choices and where I'm at life and the moments of, you know, like, you know, when you like understand yourself better.
Yeah.
And have to reflect on your choices and why you are the way you are. And I've realized, and I know, music for me was about, it was an outlet that I do between me and myself. It's something that I do every day. Every day I go and I record. It's just the way I process things.
Yeah.
But it was a tool for me to have friends and people around me. That was like the most important thing for me, because I have spent a lot of time alone in my room, like years, you know, like years of just wake up, take Ritalin. I used to skip university. I really studied in my room, like.
Yeah.
I would like skip classes. I would just take Ritalin, stay home, study, make music, and like have crippling anxiety. So what I wanted was to have people around me, to have attention, to all these things that, you know, someone who's like really like alone for this long time wanted. So I feel because of my process, the way I make music, it's just me with myself for so long. So it's about a lot of like human things, like very like basic human things that are in everyone.
Yeah.
So I feel like people relate to that, and I feel like because I live in Jordan, my life in Jordan as a Palestinian Jordanian from a middle class family, you know, I used to take the bus everywhere, and all this stuff is makes my music political. It's not intentional. It's just I'm processing things, and the things that I am processing, they are already loaded with these things because of the reality that I live in.
Yeah, you have to be ignoring it to not talk about it.
Yeah, you know, it just comes out in the, you know, in everything I talk about, because it is part of everything that I am dealing with.
Yeah. I want to talk about your collaborations, because it's almost like speaks to this idea of like, I just want to make friends. Like every song has like a feature. It's like you're almost like building this club. You're not the only one building it, but you're part of this club of voices and people who are trying to contribute. So I want to play Allaya'Teek, which features Feluca.
Yeah.
Let's play it a little bit. And then we'll talk about it.
لما بنص الليل تلاقي حالك لحالك الله يعطيك الصبر وين بيوم بيت عن ناسك وصحابك اعرف اني لك ظاهر وهتفكر انه خوفك عحالك لحالك هتخوف الداهر وين شديت انا شد الرحالة حال في البحار السطر ولدي قدر يوما ما دعاني غض البصر لم يمنعني حين لا أحد يسمعني يعني خد لك طفة وتع اسمعني اسبح في المعني خلص شغلك زت البدل وطيز لك كل واحد معني يعني مش فاضي هسه بكرة رجعلي كتير حساب تاع إجمالي إن كان عندك كلام أنت الآن مع الشخص المعني لما بنص الليل تلاقي حالك لحالك الله يعطيك الصبر وين بيوم بعدت عن ناسك وصحابك اعرف اني لك ظاهر وهتفكر انه خوفك عحالك لحالك هتخوف الداهر وين شديت انا شد الرحالة رحال في بحار السطر
كله نايم محدش فاهم واللي فايت ده رايق متكلم ولا اقولك انسى.
So this type of song, how does it emerge? Like, are you guys in the studio writing together? This was a part of the Shabak festival, but were you guys working together on it from the beginning?
No, actually, I had the demo done, and I sent it to her,
Yeah.
and she did her verse. It was like that, you know.
Yeah.
Like, we're trying to find something that works, you know, and I've made it, and I thought she would fit on it, you know, and she liked it, and
Yeah.
it was like not much thinking went into the collab. She did her part, I did my part, and
Yeah.
it kind of like came together. I just felt like that track, the sound of it, and what I'm talking about fits.
Do you have like a long list of artists from the region that you listen to all the time? Are you like fans of artists in the region as well as being a part of the scene?
Yeah, I've been like I used to like listen a lot more to like I was a super fan to some artists. Like I was like I used to listen to Abu Yusuf, you know, the Egyptian rapper, all the time, and I used to listen to the Arabic hip hop scene in general, and I was a big fan of the alternative rock bands in Amman, like Autostrad and Autostrad mainly صراحة. So yeah, I was like a super fan also too. I was the guy that's like in the front row, you know, and that would send messages to their favorite artists.
Amazing. You were the one who knew every lyric.
Yeah. I was that guy, you know. I was like, I would like, someone would drop a song, I would like send them a message, you know, song, thank you for this song, it really helps me.
Yeah.
I was like that because the music was I was always listening to music, you know, especially when I'm outside the house and on Ritalin. It's good, like just headphones, you know.
Yeah.
And just to be like in that world, you know. So yeah, but now at this phase of my life, I feel like a completely different person, you know. Like I've been through a lot of like different experiences thanks to the music, to my music career, that I really don't feel like the same person that I was before.
Yes. You get on stage, like, let me ask you a question. What song from your past feels like the biggest, that it showcases the biggest change? Like, what song from your past that you have to perform a lot? When you're performing, you're like, I'm really not this guy anymore. I have to tap back into it. I have to go back to that time 10 years ago, 8 years ago, 5 years ago. And you're like, I'm not this guy. Entu kilkon, you know the lyrics perfectly. You know the song. And you kind of need me to be this guy. So it's authentic, but I'm not this guy. What song is like the classic example of that?
I don't know. I think Ritalin is that also.
Yeah.
I think Ritalin is very misunderstood, and Ritalin comes from a place of intense self-loathing. You know, I was that guy. You know, I was a lot of self-hatred. You know, a lot of like جلد الذات, you know, like I was that's how I saw myself, and that's like was my identity with myself, and the things that I liked. And I like to read for like Chuck, you know, Chuck Palahniuk, I don't know how you read his
No.
last name, the guy who wrote Fight Club,
Oh yeah, of course.
and Choke, and
yeah.
and I had like a certain way that I saw myself, and that way, that the way that I saw myself between me and myself, it wasn't very healthy, you know. Like I wanted, like you know, like I wanted to like die of an overdose when I'm 27, you know, and like this stuff. Like I was very anti a lot of things, because you know I'm just so much build up anger and
Yeah.
like resentment towards the world and the people around me that love me, because you know like I'm on Ritalin for 13 years and I have to deal with all these side effects, and you know, just to make people happy around me, you know, and you know, so that thing kind of it gave me a lot of drive to do things, but my intentions from it and my goals were not to make myself happier, you know. It was just to make myself become that thing, to become that person that I saw myself as between me and myself.
Broken.
You know, like just to be that guy, you know, like to be like the ultimate to be that guy, like in the ultimate way, you know,
like the tragic artist.
Yes, this was like the way I viewed myself, and I have accepted it, you know, like
when did it change? How did it change?
It changed throughout actually it changed when I moved to Palestine, because I didn't move to Palestine. I moved to Palestine, and I moved there, and I kind of like forgot about the person I was in Amman, you know. Kind of like went there, and I went there as the Synaptik, and I kind of like became the Synaptik there, and just there's no more the Laith, you know. Like what do I mean? Like my habits, what I like to do, what I don't like to do. I was like super extroverted in Palestine.
Yeah.
You know, I lost a lot of weight. I lost like 25 kilos. I got a lot of tattoos. I was just like a different person, you know. And even like different lifestyle, completely different lifestyle. I was like in the scene with the guys, you know, just partying all the time, and just like living out this tragic artist, you know, just always putting myself in situations where, you know, I get like destroyed, you know, like emotionally, you know. And I think I went like really hardcore into that until I really like damaged myself to the point where I couldn't do it anymore. And that was the same phase I did my second album, Al-Qamar wal-Muhit. And after that, after it was COVID actually that like changed everything, you know, because I was stuck in Amman, you know. I was traveling back. I got stuck in Amman for a while, and in Amman, I kind of like had to deal with like you know.
You met Laith again.
Yeah, like I had to like wake up, you know, and then after you wake up, you realize the mess you're in, you know. Like you realize, who are these people around me? Like you realize that, you know, who you have surrounded yourself with, you know, all the bad decisions you've made, all and these like this disillusionment, it really it really traumatized me, you know. For a while, like I was super traumatized, where I felt like I'm not the same person that I was before. Like I really had I was not on Ritalin. but I had like severe anxiety again, and I didn't. I felt weird. I didn't feel comfortable before. I used to like. I would be able to freestyle any moment. I would just say what's on my mind without thinking about it.
Yeah.
And then I became myself really like censoring myself and really suspicious of people around me. Like a lot of like damage and trauma that I have spent the last 3 years of my life doing things differently just to like get rid of. فاهم علي?
Yeah.
And only recently, not recently, like it took a lot, and I've completely changed the way I do things. You know, I've prioritized having like a my conscious to be at peace. That's like my number one priority. Before, my priority was to succeed. You know.
Yeah.
Now I just like prioritize بدي ضميري يكون مرتاح بأي شيء بعمله. I did that, you know. I really changed my lifestyle, changed how I do things, and slowly, you know, with time, things started to, you know,
Yeah.
I feel like, you know.
You're lighter again.
Yeah, because for a very long time I felt خلاص, like this is the price I have to pay, you know, for.
Do you feel like you had to go through that
course.
tunnel? You
Yes,
couldn't skip it.
Yeah, and I'm glad that I did, because I know that if you spend 13 years of your life on Ritalin, sitting in a room alone, you know, like there's a lot of shit you have to deal with, you know.
Yeah.
And the biggest surprise to me is when I stopped taking Ritalin, is that I realized that, you know, it kind of fucked me up, you know.
Yeah.
It fucked me up for good. I was afraid of that. I was like, okay, like it has caused irreparable damage to me, you know. And the last reference I have to a normal me was when I was 13, you know. So I had no fucking idea how to do anything in life.
Yeah.
And the way I quit Ritalin actually is I just graduated. I threw all the pills and I went on tour with Chino. I came here and we did a Euro tour.
What year was that?
2017.
Okay.
2018. Sorry, 2018. We did the tour. And my goal was, like, I remember this really well. Like I had this conversation with a friend. I graduated. I passed the final exams, and I got the news. I was happy. I went home. I threw all the Ritalin. Stopped taking the Ritalin. A little bit of time passed, and I'm not able to do anything. Nothing. I can't sit down and study. I can't do anything. I can't like get anything done. I can't record music. I can't. It's just like a mess.
Yeah.
I don't have any skills, any life skills. Zero life skills, and zero social intelligence. No social intelligence. Nothing. The only thing that I might know how to do is how to like write a verse. You know, this is how I felt, and I panicked because I felt like خلاص راحت علي, you know, like what the fuck, I can't do anything.
Yeah.
And I remember I met my friend and I was telling him this, and then I told him I have a plan. My plan was to like, look, like the only thing that I feel I can kind of do is make music and this music thing. So my plan is I'm just gonna do that and understand how I can do that, and then apply this knowledge to everything else in my life. So that was my plan. This was in 2018. Like this was my plan. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna experience life through music, through my music career, and then figure out stuff, and then apply that to other things in life. and it happened. Music gave me life, man. Like it's really
Yeah.
like I went to places. I had everything for me that helped me experience life was through music and my music career.
Yeah.
And that really helped me like catch up and understand the world, and make up for these that missing time,
Yeah.
because if I think about it, and I'm like, what would have happened if I was 13, started taking Ritalin, and then I'm with this anxiety and this OCD and this tics and Tourette and all this stuff for all these 13 years, and then I go and I work in a hospital, where in that hospital I know that I can't stop taking Ritalin because still I have to do exams and I have to work shifts and
Yeah.
all that. I know that I would have jumped off the building, like I knew it as a fact يعني.
Yeah.
I was like أنا يعني راح أنط عن سطح العمارة يوم من الأيام. This was like for me this was like just waiting for when is this gonna happen. So music it really it gave me life, man.
If I play a song now that's from the post-COVID, the Layth music, all right?
Yeah.
The music that's like, you move back to Amman, you like cleanse yourself.
Yeah.
And you're like, all right, I gotta
I
find.
didn't move back to Amman. I got stuck in Amman.
Oh, you got stuck in Amman.
For 2 months,
Yeah,
and then I went back.
God put you in Amman.
Yeah. God put me near my parents,
Yeah. So if I play music from that period, do you hear the difference? Maybe I don't hear the difference, but do you hear the difference? Like, yeah, this is very clearly.
The Amman phase music, it's very specific, because when I was in Amman, it was a weird time. It was like withdrawal of a lot of things, just dealing
That's
with
even
that.
after Amman.
When I went back to Ramallah, I haven't really released any music from this phase yet.
Wow.
So my last album, القمر والمحيط, it ends with القمر والمحيط of me realizing, that I can't do this anymore, and after that I was with Warner Music.
Yeah.
And I haven't really released much music with them. I've been working on music all the time, every day. I haven't released anything. And now I'm independent again, just recently. And I'm about to release the post القمر والمحيط, my coming back to form with myself, and just really becoming a completely different person.
Oh my God, I cannot wait for this music to come out.
Me too, man. I just want to share with the world, because I'm independent again,
Yeah. We mentioned Chino a couple times, which is a good friend of both of ours. I want to play a song that you have with him.
هدفي اخلي كلامنا يهش هحضر الرزق اصلنا من زمان ده كتبنا ختمنا وكيدز ضمه وشيبس حرجنا علمنا انت وصلت لعند الكينج يا غلام فهيا اطلب وتمنى غني لحتى الناس تتطبع فيك الملك العرش مكاني متربع فيه اخدت كثير ببلاش بطلت اعطيك نعت ذهب لحمير ده بلاش وبدها تعمل فيه يا ما لفت في بلاد انا شفت دهاليز حواوشي في زمالك بيروت منايش فاوعك تنكش هان وشي الدبابير انا كيوت وكذا بس من جوا من العيار بتقيم عادي على بالي ولا حدا ولا خرا ولا انت ولا شيخ ولا مرة ولا بنت ولا حس ولا خرا ولا حنت بس حس ما تزرع على حنت ما دعسش انا بتعنطرة ولا عب في كرة اصلها كصدورة عمورة كمل عم وصلت صورة قلت لك يا حيوان من قبل انا اسم ترى سوق المخ يتخبط بالكوابيس في الشوسخ من شايف خلف الكواليس حطيت شعار هذا النهار عمل مسار عنيف خليه انذار للتاريخ هدفي اخلي كلامنا يهز.
Amazing. What are your favorite songs to perform?
I like to perform most of my songs صراحة. I treat each song as like I try to like just I don't know, each song I try to perform it and feel it and it's fun for me because it's like different color and it's a different experience. I get different feelings, so
Yeah.
I love to perform 99% of my
Yeah.
songs.
Do you as you're performing, are there songs that like you have to do in specific orders because of the emotions of them or because of the feeling of them?
Yeah, like there are songs that I usually do in the end of the set.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have like preferences.
Yeah.
So some songs I like to finish with. Some songs I like to start with, because sometimes certain songs really help me if I perform them in the beginning of the set. They help me like clear my head and like get in like that zone where I'm like really not like thinking about things while I'm performing.
Yeah.
And I'm on autopilot. I'm just like really in the moment and enjoying it, because that's my goal. And I really would like
Have fun.
Yeah, I really want to like be present on stage and get off stage with this huge adrenaline huge adrenaline rush, you know.
Yeah.
I chase that, like I chase this adrenaline that I get after I perform, and I don't get it if I'm like if I'm in my head, and I'm in my head a lot. Like I'm in my head most of the time. So some songs I perform like موسيقى القمر, for example. I مسكر هسه عيوني وضيع بالموسيقى.
Yeah.
وإذا قلت إن أحبك فيش عندي غير طريقة. I do this song because you know, سكر هسه عيوني وضيع بالموسيقى. Like it really helps me. If I do it at the beginning of the set, yeah, I'm like mostly performing that song for me, you know, for the audience, because then I finish the song and I'm in the zone. Like that was the purpose of it.
It's a meditation.
Yeah, because you know, it was weird for me to go back and perform after like really like fucking up my life, being famous, you know.
Yeah.
But I had to do it because I was with a major label and I could only make money from live shows. So I didn't necessarily in that time didn't necessarily like I wasn't like ready to perform.
Yeah.
So but I had to, you know, because I got married and I wanna make a wedding and I need to make money basically. Yeah. And the only way is to do live shows, so I had to do live shows. So I would go to the venue and I want to perform, but I'm like crippled by my anxiety and I don't want to like I want to take something or like get drunk, or I'm like I want to do that. I'm trying to like, so I would go on stage, I would like take off my shoes on stage and just perform this song, close my eyes, breathe.
Yeah.
All these things, just because you know, I had to like make it through the performance, because I had to perform.
Yeah.
And not necessarily wanting to perform.
If a young artist from the region came up to you and said, "Hey, I have some I'm a good writer. I'm starting to get a following on Instagram, on TikTok. on YouTube. People are starting to listen to me, and I just got an offer to be signed by a major label. Would you say don't sign it, or would you say sign it for sure?
No, I would definitely tell them not to sign it. I would ask them what are their goals. You know, it really depends on your goals and what it means to you. For me, it's really about having the freedom to have this as an outlet and just work and make things without having to deal with the bureaucracy that comes with a major label.
What freedom do you give up when you're on a major label? You said you want the freedom.
Yeah.
What freedom do you lose?
It just becomes this. You're like dealing with a corporation, so you know, like you're like. It changes from being like spontaneous and about the actual thing, the music, into like switching into two processes instead of one, and there's this bureaucracy in the middle that kind of like a lot of the meaning of why you do things get lost. And also another aspect is the fact that everything you do, the benefit of it, not to your career, not to how famous you are.
Yeah.
The benefit of it, like the financial benefit, you know, like you are your own boss. You get your money directly. With a label, it kind of feels like working in the hospital, similar, because you are like an employee in this corporation, and you get an advance. You know, you don't. It's just different.
You get the advance to record the album and to pay it back to them.
Yeah. It works like that, and then you just feel like why am I releasing music anyways? Like, why am I releasing music? Why do I wanna make music and release it?
Yeah.
Because if it's not really helping me in my life, إذا أنا ما في عندي سبب إنه أنزل أغنية وهاي الأغنية إنها تحسن لي حياتي، أنا ما بقدر أقنع حالي إنه أنا عم بشتغل.
Yeah.
I can convince myself that I am working, and then you have this issue that you get in as an artist, is you cannot really feel like you are working and this is a job, or like this is something that's really helping my life and not just me, you know, like wasting time, or like just you know, like I struggle with that. For me, عشان أحس إنه أنا عم بشتغل لازم أكون عم بعمل الإشي، والإشي عم برجع لي أنا بشكل مباشر، و I have this feedback directly to me، وأشوف كيف أثر على حياتي وحسنها عشان أحس حالي هيني عم بشتغل وأحس results. When you خلص مثلا you get an advance, you release an album, and then you ممكن توصل مرحلة إنه you're releasing music and you're not making money from it. It's just like to pay off the advance you already took before.
Yeah.
So while you work on that music, it's hard for you to like تحس حالك عم تشتغل، بصير تحس حالك عم تضيع وقت، فبتفوت بفيلم مع حالك إنه أنا إيش عم بعمل بحياتي. وبصير الإشي الريوردينج الوحيد, which was what happened with me صراحة, is the only way I could make money is by doing live shows. So you automatically just focus on live shows. I still made music all the time, but I never finish it. I never want to release it. I have like a archive of hundreds of unreleased songs in the past 3 years. But خلاص, I have no motivation to finish anything or release anything. And when time passes, this affects you as an artist. بتصير تتساءل مع حالك تحكي, do I still got it? Do I still am I still driven زي قبل? Do I still have the same drive? Do I still have the same all these things? And that thing really it hurts it hurts the artists inside you, you know.
Yeah. In the words of Chance the Rapper, I
Yeah.
don't make music for free, I make it for freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I have to feel like انه انا I'm taking, يعني انا عم باخد الريسك,
Yeah.
انه انا عم بسوي الاشي وعم بشوف شو بصير وهيك, وعن جد هاد شغلي وقراري بأثر علي بشكل مباشر,
Yeah.
مش اني علقان باشي انه ملوش دخل بالدنيا, بس بستنى فيه يخلص.
Yeah. I want to ask you about, I'm curious, there's so much money being pumped into Arabic hip hop right now. Like
Yeah.
serious money at this point. خلاص. It's going from the underground into the insanely corporate, like crazy
Yeah.
corporate. And this has been the story of hip hop anyway, like the story of hip hop from the Bronx.
Yeah.
Like at some point,
there's a market.
there's a market.
There's corporate interest.
Yeah, corporate greed. They smell it.
Yeah. And
they taste it.
They come in. Yeah.
And they come in and they just hose the art form down into a industry.
Yes.
In our region, in every region, but in our region, that is mixed in with politics.
Yes.
Right? Soft power. Okay, we want to buy up all these artists one by one, and we want them to say this, or we want them to say this, or we don't want them to say this, we don't want them to say that. You live in Palestine since October 7th. There has been very clear people silencing some people, not silencing some people around the world. Have you felt that? And know what shows you can go and perform, what shows you can't go and perform, where you're being invited, where you're not being invited. Do you feel that?
Yeah. يعني this point, this exact point, it's very complicated because it's filled with like weird parallels, you know, like it's very different situations for like a Palestinian artist who lives in the diaspora and a Palestinian artist who lives in Palestine.
Yeah.
What happens to their careers, how they are affected. Also, just to take a step back, you want me to talk about, to answer about me as a Palestinian artist, or in general in the scene? What do I think?
Both, whatever you think.
Yeah, but let me arrange
Take your time.
things in my head. I start talking about something and then I end up talking about something else.
No, that's fine. I mean,
but I just need to like get my thoughts in order. As a Palestinian artist in Palestine, I find myself pissed off most of the time. I'm just fucking angry.
Yeah.
I'm just like pissed off because like in Palestine right now it's really hard to get anything done, you know. And also the Western countries now, it's harder to get visas. The venues don't want to book Palestinian artists because of you know, they want to avoid troubles and stuff. Like used to perform Germany, for example, now don't want to book Palestinian artists. Also the visa stuff gets more complicated. Also producing things in the country gets complicated because like your friend, the videographer, can't just come from Jerusalem like for drive 1 hour visit you. Now it's like the roads are not like safe and it's not complicated to move, so everything gets like paralyzed in the country. So the artists in the local market disappears, like the local shows and the way you make money, that doesn't exist anymore. At the same time, there's so much attention on what's happening in Palestine. It's on the news all the time. It's on social media all the time. And you see these Palestinian artists that are originally from Palestine but live somewhere else. Then now they have a huge boom in their career.
Yeah.
Like they now, like, they're trending, they're making money, they're selling merchandise, they're doing all these things in the name of Palestine, because they are Palestinians, but they live outside. So you see this as a artist inside Palestine, and not just me. There's the whole scene.
Yeah.
And you're just angry. You feel like these people are presented to the world as the Palestinian artists, and they're reaping all the benefits, while the Palestinian artists in Palestine are like really having the worst time of their lives.
Yeah.
So this is how I feel. This is how I feel about it. Like, I feel a lot of people are just they're profiting from it, and the main issue is not that they're profiting from it, just the way that it's presented to the world. It's not from someone who's there and really will tell you like what he feels like, and as a Palestinian artist in Palestine, what's the reality like?
Yeah.
What's the main issues? What is the priorities of the people in Palestine? How do they think? What do they want right now? And just they get this like romanticized, stereotypical that the Arabs outside want to hear and that the Westerns want to hear. They fit that image, and you watch them like being Palestinian becomes a more present and bigger part of their brand than it was originally.
Yeah, it becomes it's a clear it's a gimmick because they know that's what they want.
Exactly. You see it being used as a gimmick, and you see them like I don't know, man. I really hate that shit. I hate it.
Yeah.
I hate it so much, and I see these artists, and I just wanna strangle them. Just
Hey, I get it. I get it, because it's like, I would imagine that it doesn't piss you off that they're being handed the mic. No, okay. What pisses you off is what comes out of their mouth.
yeah. It's just no. It's just I feel it's shameless. Like, it's really shameless. Like because like the details. Like you know these artists before. You know what their brand was and what they did, and you know who they are and who they are for. Like, because maybe a Palestinian artist in the States who raps for the where he's from, is like American rapper. He's an American rapper, in my opinion. You don't see like an American rapper whose father is Mexican, for example, who lives in America and raps in America, and then you're like, you count him on the Mexican. You put him in the Mexican scene. You don't do that. And then you slowly see how they change, and then they become the face of Palestine. You see them like win awards, and be put on magazines, and then you see them insert their brand in the middle between the cause and the people who want to support the cause. So they start like selling T-shirts. They start selling their merch, branding it with Palestine, and putting product placement in their videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you're just making money out of this, and this shit does not affect your life by any way, just your emotions. You just makes you sad, it makes you angry, and these are legit feelings you can have. But someone else, they lost their job, they lost their income, they lost their ability to work, and their priorities and what they want to talk about now, it's not what you are talking about on this big platform that the world has given you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's shameless, it's evil, it's very capitalist, especially that these artists they all end up signing with major labels, and the major labels they're all owned by people that like
Don't care about Palestine.
they don't just not care about Palestine. They're like they are supporting Israel. Like,
They're Zionists. Yeah.
Yeah, they're supporting the Zionists for a very long time, and some of them are Zionists. Some of them are. They started like, friends of the IDF and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then you see like this is like just another product for this label, for this major label, for this market. They also have an Israeli artist that's doing the complete opposite on the same label. Just making money out of audiences.
Yeah.
This like it becomes just another market, just another thing that's devoid.
Devoid, yeah.
Devoid
Yeah.
devoid of impact and effect.
So this is what you're talking about when you're talking about damir.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just you have to do things that don't sit on your conscience. You have to be true to yourself. You have to realize, and it took me ages to realize that you actually have an impact, a very important impact. We are not aware of it because we never had it. We always had these pop artists that never age and never go away and still exist to this day. And music is such a unimportant thing. It's like this extra thing that is how we look at it. But really, really, it makes a huge impact because for me, as a person, my favorite artists were really a big part of my life, and how I motivated myself and how I saw things and what I wanted to do and my drive and all these things. And it took me ages to realize that I actually have the same effect on the people that listen to me in a way. I always, for a very long time, I felt the imposter syndrome. I had that where I felt like I don't like believe what's happening 100%. And I feel like it's really evil when that is realized by the artist or the label, and it's used to make these people buy stuff and take money from people, and just in this capitalist way, and just push certain agendas, push certain like it's not real, it's not impacting your audience the right way. These people, like, they love you, and they look at you as an idol, and all these things that come out of you are not genuine. So you are using your audience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just being an example by just being yourself and doing your art the most true and genuine way and authentic way, you can. And this is I believe what an artist should do. Not actively pursue it, but just be yourself and do your thing. People like you because you are yourself. Do it and just be an example by just being yourself and doing your thing and not making compromises on this level. And the other way to do it is super evil, in my opinion, and I hate these people a lot.
I feel you. Laith, man, thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your music and for your work and for your conscience. I appreciate it.
Habibi, thank you so much. I hope I made sense.
No, I think you made sense for sure.
Because just sometimes takes me a while to get my
No,
my point across.
it was
you know?
perfect.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. Check out the music wherever you find music. Find Synaptik live wherever you find him. Thanks so much, man.
Thanks for having me.